How's it going, everybody? It is 24th of April today. We are, you know what I'm going to say already, don't you? We are 1 week away from Daily Dose Day. This time next week, we'll be on the home straight. We'll be in the last 8 hours or so. Whatever. I'm confusing myself already, but we'll be nearly done. We're a week away, guys. I've been working a lot on it, as you know. So I have a lot to share with you, and I'll share some of that with you in the next half hour or so. As for this week, I hope you've been getting your fair share of monkey business. Not too much monkey business. It's if you don't know what I'm talking about, Bruce has put out his second single from the upcoming Afflicted record. It's a cover of Chuck Berry's Too Much Monkey Business. I can't play it here because I'll get told off by YouTube and Facebook for copyright, but it's a very funny video, and it's a great sounding. This is shaping up to be a great record. It's the second track we've heard from it. Victor Alvis has done a forensic analysis of the video, which is up on Facebook. I've put it up on Bruce.com. There's a page off the front page of Bruce.com for Too Much Monkey Business, and it includes Victor's very funny analysis of that video of the band in I believe it's a trailer. So it's go look it up. It's very fun. Hey Alicia, how you doing? Thanks for joining us today. And hi, Jennifer, also. Hope you had a fabulous week. To address the elephant in the room, or the crutches in the room, they are mine. I am okay, but it's been a weird week. Love the video. Me too, Jennifer. I'm glad you got to see it. And Dan, how are you doing? Greetings from Raleigh. I love Raleigh in North Carolina. Good to hear from you, Dan. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, they're mine. I fell off a ladder. I got away with it. I fell off a ladder onto the corner of a coffee table, and that could have been trouble. My neck is titanium, believe it or not. It's got titanium in it, so that could have been a big deal. But I bounced off the coffee table and landed on an upturned plug, and that's where the crutches come in. I bounced off the plug and twisted my other ankle, so I got away with it. I am very grateful that wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. So I'm going to walk you through what's going to happen this time next week. Thank you, Jen. I am doing much better. Thank you. It's these will be gone before I know it. So this time next week. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to play you a minute of a video. It's a message from the ALS Association. So give me a minute, guys. I have this lined up, and I'll be back with you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm challenging.
One summer, your support inspired a movement that helped change the world. And with it, brought fresh hope for people living with ALS. Since then, we've made progress in our fight, but there is still a road ahead of us. ALS is still a fatal disease that devastates patients and their loved ones. How do we help families who are facing the physical and emotional burdens of ALS? How do we make sure people have access to effective treatments and care? How do we turn ALS from a fatal disease into a livable one? We do whatever it takes. ALS takes everything from people and their families. So it's going to take all we've got to stop it.
That was from the ALS Association. Listen, some of those videos, I'll be straight up front with you, are difficult to watch. But there's one level of awkwardness in watching a video, and then that's kind of difficult, but then there's difficulty of living with that. So I'm not going to shy away from those videos. They've sent them over, and they deserve to be seen. I will preface those videos on the day and say, if this isn't your thing, you might want to make a coffee for a minute or two. But like I say, the difficulty in watching those videos pales in comparison with living with it, which is why we're doing what we're doing, and why we're making a big thing of next Sunday. So I will walk you through what we've got planned for the day. I promised you a schedule. So I have the schedule, and the schedule starts a few hours beforehand. So we've talked about the 24-hour project, and we've talked about we think it's going to be echolocation that's going to be the song, but we don't know that for sure. Certainly the guy who's going to record it doesn't know. So I didn't want to make this a midnight to midnight thing, because by the end of the day I'm going to be knackered and I'm not going to want to be working on a song, I don't think. So it's still going to be a 24-hour window, but it's going to start 6 p.m. Eastern on the Saturday is this little thing. So at that time, I'm going to let our guy in Jakarta know which song it is and send him a copy of it. Now, the added layer of this is that he's not a big Bruce fan. Not that he dislikes him, he's just not familiar with him. He lives in Jakarta, and that works in our favor. So when I send that to him at 6 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be 5 a.m. where he lives. So that gives him time to work on it. So what he needs to do, and he's very confident that he's going to be able to do this, he's going to transcribe it, and he's going to play it, record it, send it over. And then we're going to mess around with it like we were doing, remember, a few weeks ago, adding sound effects, adding instruments and whatever, and we can do that live. As we're doing that, this is why I need him to get a shift on, and he promises he can. He thinks he can get this turned around fairly quickly. When he does, we've got Louise, who's based here in the UK, who's going to sing it. Again, she doesn't know, same as this guy, she's not overly familiar with Bruce, and there was a second point and I've forgotten it. Oh yeah, she doesn't know which song. I don't think she even would know the song. So that's going to make an interesting project. So the challenge is to get a song 24 hours to get it done from scratch to a recorded version, and then it's going to go on a cover project. So that's going to start before the day on 6 p.m. on the Saturday. So after that, 12 a.m., so midnight on Sunday, 5 a.m. over here, I'm going to kickstart the day, and that will start 24 hours of video live. I don't expect too many people to show up at midnight, so don't worry about it. But that's when I'm going to be kickstarting the day, and you can watch back anything that you feel, if you feel you've missed something. I'll come on to the bingo game in a minute. So that's going to be so all these times are Eastern. So I'm going to have to remember the time difference as I go through the day. Jen says it's going to be, I didn't realize it was Mother's Day over there. Well, that's interesting. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. 12 a.m. So then next up after that is, I feel like I've missed one here. Where's my handwritten list? 11 a.m. sounds like a heck of a jump, and it is, but like I say, from midnight until about 8 o'clock, there's not going to be a whole lot of, I don't expect everybody to be tuning in. Maybe people on this side of the globe might be, but I've tried to plan the day out so that we've got bits and pieces that everybody can watch. If there's a time difference, that the bits that hopefully most people can reach. I'm sure I had something. Okay, so I missed one. I thought I did. I just haven't made a fancy little graphic for it, or have I? I guess not. So 9 a.m. I'm going to kickstart all the contests. All the competitions are going to start at once. In fact, let me show you a second what I have lined up for you. So it's easier if I just walk you through this, really, isn't it? So midnight, we've got kickstart to all of it. 9 a.m. I'm going to start the contests. Now, the contests, we've got some great prizes for you. Talked to you last week about the 2 tickets to a Bruce Hornsby concert. So we'll be giving that away. There is a crossword which is already open. So if you click that link, you'll be able to find the crossword, and then the crossword right here. Once you've done the crossword, it will give you a password. You can complete it online like that. And once you've got all the answers right, it will give you a password down the bottom. And then you email me with the password and you go in the draw. So all of the details are on here anyway. We also have, amongst our prizes, a test pressing of Afflicted. So we're going to have, let me go back to the picture quiz. So yeah, the picture quiz at 11 o'clock, we're going to do like we have done on these. So you guys have got the jump on this because you've done these lyric picture quizzes before. We're going to run a lyric picture quiz like we do on these things. We're not going to have one tonight, but you've had your practice over the last several weeks. The winner of the lyric picture quiz gets a test pressing of Afflicted. So what the test pressing is it's one of the first, it's a vinyl edition. It's one of the first editions of Afflicted that will ever have been pressed or printed or whatever the term is, pressed. So one of the very first ever editions of Afflicted will be heading your way if you win the lyric picture quiz. It's going to work a little different to the Sunday things that we do. So what's going to happen is I'll show you the pictures. I'll probably put them on a web page somewhere. You can email me the answers, and then later on in the day, I'll give you the winners. So there's that one. 12 midday, we're going to have a check-in. I've tried to give myself a little bit of space here, or a little window to work on the 24-hour song project. So that's going to be loosely. I'm going to try and stick to this as closely as I can, guys. But as you well know, I am not a professional. So if I veer off for some reason, and especially with this one, because the 24-hour project, I'm kind of in other people's hands. So if he comes to me and says, "Here you are," then I'll get going on it. If he's running late, then I might need to shuffle things around as well. But as he goes, these are the plans. 2 p.m., we'll talk about the survey. So I put the survey up on bruce.com back in, I think I probably started at the tail end of last year, and hundreds of you have replied. So we're going to have a little look at this time capsule, as we've called it, of Bruce's followers and what we look like, so to speak, in 2022. 3 p.m. This is the bit I'm looking forward to because it's what I've been working on most of the time. It's finished, as I've been telling you, for quite some time, but at 3 p.m. next Sunday, so this time next Sunday, you'll get your first look at Door to Forever. That's your first look to all but 3 of you who've won the advanced screening. I've got some really kind feedback from the people who've seen it, so I appreciate that. So this time next week, if you're around, you can watch Door to Forever. 6 p.m. is our deadline for our project, a 24-hour song project. So by 6 p.m., we'll have finished that song and it can go on the cover project. And at 7 p.m., not leaving myself much of a window here, so I'm relying on everybody and keeping everything crossed. 7 p.m. we'll be releasing the cover project. And I'm going to play you one of those songs in a minute. So you can hear it in a second, one of the contributions to the cover project. Then at 8 p.m. I'll be announcing all the contest winners. So whether it's I'll go back to the list of prizes that we have for you that day. I've talked about the 2 concert tickets. I talked about the test pressing of Afflicted. We've also got signed. Bruce and his team have really pulled out the stops for us, guys. They've arranged for signed vinyl editions of Absolute Zero and Non-Secure Connection. Flicted, by the way, whoever wins that, you'll get it when Flicted is released. You'll not get it ahead of time. 2 weekend passes to the Earl Scruggs Music Festival, and we've got Elise to thank for a lot of this. So those passes include, there's a lot of Bruce tie-ins here. Bela Fleck is playing, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band are playing, including Ross Holmes. Jerry Douglas is playing, Sam Bush Band, Leftover Salmon, a whole lot more besides. We've also got 2 tickets to the Beach Mountain Summer Music Series, which will be given away, including, so there's 2 tickets to each of their concerts this summer. So someone will win 2 tickets to Shaky Graves with Bendigo Fletcher. Someone will win 2 tickets to The Head and the Heart with Illiterate Light and the Watch House. And the Steel Drivers, there's an awful lot here. So I will be asking guys, by the way, what your preference is. So I don't want to give out 2 tickets to a concert that you've no interest in. And I'll obviously try and divert the tickets to someone who's particularly interested in someone. The Brewers and Music Festival in North Carolina have given us a pair of weekend passes, and that also includes the Steel Drivers and Jade Bird and Katie Pruitt, Acoustic Syndicate, Larry Keel Experience, Arlo McKinley, Abby Bright and the Echoes, Ashley Heath and her Heathens, and the Philadelphia Folk Festival, giving us a pair of weekend passes to their 60th annual festival. So Upper Salford, Pennsylvania will be hosting Philadelphia Folk Festival, and you, if you win that prize. We've got a canvas print of a Bruce Hornsby concert photo and also a canvas print of your own photo. So that photography contest is also open as well. Email me with your concert pictures. Doesn't have to be Bruce, just a concert picture. And we'll find a winner for that one too. So lots of prizes to give away. We have lots to give you guys. And I'm looking forward to it. Andy says, does the cover project have a name? No, it does not yet, actually. So if anybody has any suggestions, usually I leave this up to the guys who have contributed, and we are still working through with 2 or 3 people who have said they'll contribute. So the tracks are not finalized yet. I realize we're a week away from, this is starting to sound a little bit like the 24-hour project at the moment, but yes, we are a week away from release, and we are still arranging for some of that. So it's not boring. I'll say that it's not boring. No, it doesn't have a cover project. And as much as I like to leave that to the contributing artists, if anybody has any suggestions, please push them my way. Post them in the chat. Email me, post them on the Facebook group, and we'll gratefully take any input at this point. That's at 8 p.m. and at 11:50 we'll close the day. We'll give the final totals. What we're going to do through the day, so that there's obviously big chunks there, big gaps between those times. So what we're going to do is we will take. I've got some concert videos of Bruce playing. Also some audio if I need it to fill some gaps. So we will fill those 24 hours without any trouble at all. And I'm going to play you a little snapshot of those videos just to close us out tonight later on as well. So yeah, that's 24 hours we're going to fill. I'm getting tired thinking about it, but I'm excited. It's no exaggeration. I think I said to you last week, I've been working around the clock on this. I don't think there are too many, if any, days since the back end of last year that I've taken off where I haven't been working on some aspect of this, whether it's the cover CD or the video or a number of different things. So I am itching to get it out to you. I'm itching to get the 24 concerts out to you. Actually, 29. So there's 24 concerts, 1 per hour. Everyone who donates, providing they give a proper email address, gets an acknowledgement email. And that email contains a link with a password where you can download 5 additional concerts. So it's all go. It's all go. Chuck says, that's awesome. He says, so much to look forward to, and thanks for all your tireless efforts. I'd say break a leg. Thank you, Chuck, with an H. But shouldn't, due to your current state, stay safe and healthy. Well, you too, Chuck. Yes, it's I can laugh about it. It's I got away with it. But yes, there is a lot to. I'm pretty pleased with what we've come up with. So there's a lot to look forward to next week. Oh, Jambase, our friends at Jambase have given us a little plug as well. So see if I can find that. I had it lined up earlier on, and now I do not. There it is. Jambase have covered their story about Bruce this week with his single Too Much Monkey Business, and towards the bottom they've given us a plug. They've said the Bruce Hornsby community website bruce.com founder Cy Twining will present Daily Dose Day to give away free Bruce Hornsby concert downloads and concert tickets, as well as a 24-hour live video feed, and premiere the fan-made, is that biopic or what? Movie. Daughter Forever on May the 1st. Donations made during this year's Daily Dose Day online fundraiser will benefit the DC, Maryland, and Virginia chapter of the ALS Association. Twining will broadcast on YouTube and Facebook on May the 1st. I haven't actually said that, have I? You can watch in the normal channels as you have been up to now, Facebook and YouTube, from May the 1st on midnight to midnight Eastern. Total of 24 concerts will be shared for download with one every hour on the hour. Head to dailydosestay.com for more information and to donate. There's going to be a little bit of chicanery on the day to try and get this to work. See, what you can't do, I've come to find out, is to broadcast a 24-hour video on Facebook or YouTube. I think the most they'll take is 8 hours. And so I'll have to do 3 8-hour videos rather than one 24-hour one, but you should see it all in the same place. I might have to link you up 3 different times, but I will be live for the whole 24 hours. Alicia says, nice article. Yes, it was good of them to do that. Actually, we're old friends with Jambase, so I appreciated them giving us a plug there. So I've mentioned the cover project. I'm going to play you one of the tracks. So again, you get the scoops. This is a guy called Dan Collins and his friend Luke Angle. They recorded it remotely. Actually, it's Dan Collins, Luke Angle, and a dog. The dog just has the best comedic timing right at the very end of the recording. Dan's recorded it in his house, but at the very end, you hear a dog bark. And not only is it perfectly timed in step with Dan finishing, but is actually in timing with the drums. It's in time with the drums. It's unbelievable. So he kept it in, and I'm so glad he did. So this is Dan Collins, Luke Angle, and a dog. He recorded it in lockdown almost 2 years ago. And I have actually shared this before, about the same time, probably a couple of years ago, very briefly on the site. So you may have seen this before. You can download it for yourself in this time next week, this time in a few hours next week. So I'm going to give you Dan Collins, Luke. Oh, normally I would play the audio and just have like a photo of someone, but Dan went the extra mile, and it is an actual video of him and Luke playing. So once again, Dan Collins, Luke Angle, and a dog. They're going to play The Show Goes On for you.
What's all the crying for? Didn't you expect it when you opened your door to the man with the long coat and the long list of victims? Everybody watching knows he's the one keeping score. From where she sits, everyone stands in judgment. Watching as the curtain falls down, see the lights do a long slow fade. Well, the show goes on in the side-eyed sisters, they go walking on. Everyone's watching all along, and the show goes on in the autumn's coming. Say she's alright, some say she'll never learn. Some rush into things, some stand and wait their turn. I've been here all along, standing here all this time, but you never notice, just let the same tide flames burn. Where she sits, everyone stays in judgment. People watching as the curtain falls down. See the lights do a long slow fade.
the dog is perfect at the end there. You could see Dan's face fall as if to say, oh no. But I'm so glad he left it in. It could almost have been digitally added because it was, that guy's got skills. Dan Collins. Vic says they played the heck out of that. Good job, fellas. Yes, and the wolf at the end. Good dog as well. They were fantastic, and there's more to come next week. I can't wait to give you the rest of the cover CD, As Yet Unnamed. Maybe I should call it As Yet Unnamed. Hey, Ollie. Nice of you to join us. How you doing, pal? And Scott, too. Psychic Scott from last week, who got the picture quizzes. Perhaps you want to give us the picture quiz answers for next week. I don't know if you caught the start of this. We're giving away prizes for next week on Daily Dose Day. So perhaps you want to send me your answers now, Scott, like you did yesterday, or like you did last week. So yes, whoever gets, if more than one person gets all the answers right or whatever, I'll just put names in a hat like I've done with the draw. But one person gets to win a test pressing of Afflicted donated by Bruce and his team. So one of the very first ever vinyl editions of Afflicted. Someone gets to own that from next week. Chris says, very nice cover. If I sang it, all the neighborhood dogs would be howling. Yeah, me too, probably. Maybe we could get you to contribute some vocals to our 24-hour project, Chris, next week. I think I've got somebody there. What else have we got? I wanted to show you actually a couple of things. I'll go back to my browser again. I seem to be having problems with this today. First of all, I will take you to, for people who this means anything to, if you're familiar with torrents and eTree, I have resurrected the Ultimate Bruce Hornsby torrent, which I put up last week. Those who aren't so savvy with torrents, I'll probably get to do an MP3 version, or the type that you can download off of bruce.com at some point. But what this amounts to is 135 tracks of Bruce's work from his senior piano recital in 1977 right the way down through all of these as a live track. It makes 13 CDs altogether, or about almost 20 hours of music, I think, up to last June in Lafayette. So that was another monster undertaking, and I've done it really to publicize Daily Dose Day, but it seems to have got a lot of traction already. So those who are familiar with eTree, you can pick that up as of yesterday. Also, here's another scoop for you friends of the show. DailyDoseDay.com has its first download up now, so you can download. I'm giving people a week's head start. If you keep scrolling down, the very first download is now up, and you can grab it whenever you like. So if we hit read more on this, it's a show from Dallas in 2015. So what I've done for each of these shows, when you'll see next week, I've done a little write-up on each of the concerts, giving you the set list, a little bit about what the day's about, and then each of the tracks you can download. And by popular request, you can download all of them in one zip file, if you know what a zip file is. If you don't, there's some instructions there. So that will save you hitting download, I guess, 19 different times if you want to download the zip file instead. But go to dailydoseday.com. It's off the front page, or else this downloads link here. And the very first concert download, which will, for everybody else, as far as they're concerned, it'll be up at midnight. But for you guys, it's up there right now. So anybody who happens upon the site will find that very first download up now for you. So when you've finished listening to me chuntering on, which, don't worry, won't be much longer, then you can go ahead and download that. I'm having real problems switching cameras today. I don't know why that is. There we go. So that's about it, actually, for this week. I think that's as much as I wanted to cover with you. So I'll leave you with another little teaser of next week, which is a couple minutes of some of the videos that I've put together. So the day itself, then, just to recap, runs from midnight to midnight. Every hour you can download a different concert. You'll be able to download the previous hours as well. I think I mentioned one of the concerts as well would be like a bingo thing. So if anybody sees this kind of thing pop up through the day, then they can make a note of it. I'll explain all this on the day anyway, and it'll be on the website. But make a note of the different words, and then at some point during the day, I will ask you to email me all the words you found. So that's just a little extra for people who do stick around for as long as they're able. And was there anything else I wanted to cover? We will do a chat with Bruce, but it won't be for next week. So that there's not so much that he can talk about yet, so far as the record goes. Or I don't know if contractually he has to wait, or if he has to speak to certain people first. I don't know, but he did suggest that we talk nearer release, which in that respect, Daily Dose stays quite poorly timed because it's like 4 weeks ahead of Afflicted coming out. So we will talk to Bruce, but it won't be for next week. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to cover with you. Oh yeah, so we'll go from midnight to midnight, and then it will not be me talking for 24 hours. Nobody wants that, least of all me, least of all you, I guess. But what we will do is fill that with concerts and audio if we have it too. I'm very proud of the concerts we've been able to pull together. Some of them are quite rare. Some of them I think are completely uncirculated. Some of them go back to the Range days. Some of them are right up to last year. So there's a lot that we cover as a real diverse range, for want of a better phrase, of concerts that we'll offer you. So I'm going to leave you with that. Next time I see you, talk through the week. I'll still be on the Facebook group, but next time I am doing this, we'll be on Daily Dose Day. And I will probably be this time next week on my last legs, and this will be replaced with some energy drink or other. Just one small point, since I was asked about it, and it came up last time as well. Somebody asked, how will we know that it's you, or how will we know that you're there? So I will endeavor to have even when it's a concert playing, this layout will look a lot different next week. So there'll be graphics up showing the donations and the clocks at different time zones and thank yous and this kind of stuff. But even when there's a concert playing, I will be in a little inset like this kind of thing where it says where the little flicted teapot is. Or I have something with my face, so you will know I will be there, and it will not be. I won't be cheating at any part. I've committed to doing this for 24 hours, so I will do. Thanks, Jim. Also, thanks for joining us today. Hope you're okay, pal. That's enough of me talking. I'm going to play you out with an example of what we have for you next week. Thank you guys for joining us. Can't wait for next week. Thank you again, and I will catch you in 7 days. Please bear with me next week. I'm going to be a mess. 24 hours is more than I would wish of me on anyone, but hope you can join us. Speak to you soon, guys.
Hey, and babe, somewhere, well, sometime I will walk with you. I will walk. I will walk. Yeah, I will walk with you. Go down the waterside. Yeah, yeah. Hold on the wall. Oh, we're gonna walk with you. Got your eyes. Hey, well, every night I'm going to
started toward. The projection for after the
What the hell? Try anything once. Gotta keep an open mind this time. What the hell? Try anything once. Gotta keep an open mind this time. Try anything once. Gotta keep an open mind this time. What the hell? Try anything once. Gotta keep an open mind this crazy time. Baby, goes out to the sun, to the sun, around the old lady. Hey. King of the mountains, what the money was a lot to lose. He said she had a rare affliction. He was doing all he could do. All that he could do. And we all believed him. Felt so sorry and then I thought it was a fine man. And now I don't remember when I did. I saw a country doctor. Asked him what was wrong with me. Was thrown away, accidental and I never make it. Behind the curtain I see bottles unmarked in